how close do you think you were to, leaving Kentucky or them wanting you to leave Kentucky? Like, did it ever get to the point where you had to have a meeting to say, where are we going together?
No. Here's my thing again. What we got going, we've been so at a high level. Last year and the year before, we win 47, 48 games in 2 years and 2 NCAA tournaments and all that. In a normal place, that's, wow, we got this wrong. At Kentucky, there's something different about Kentucky good. And Kentucky good, we've been there. I mean, it was only when the season ended with Maxey, Quickly, Ashton, Nick, the guys we had on that group, where we could have won a national title that year. We won the league by 3. That was only a few years ago.
Yeah.
Then you have the COVID year. Then the last 2 years. But you know what? We got a good group coming in. The landscape has changed. This transfer stuff has changed stuff. The name, image, and likeness has changed stuff. But no, I think we're on a good path. I want to do some special things here. We got 6 years left to do some really good stuff. And I think we're doing some staff things.
Well, what do you mean 6 years?
Well, I've got 6 years on a contract. And I'm like saying, all right, let's make this run and let's do some things. Let's get this back where we were. And again, we haven't been that far. I mean, 2 years ago, we were the 5th overall seed. Like, we and a couple of us lost to St. Pete's. I was just somewhere last night. And, when I was at the Knicks game, somebody came up and said, I'm a St. Peter's graduate. Thank you. You made it. I said, yeah, well, you're really happy. I wasn't really happy. And neither were the other schools that lost to them after we lost to them. I mean, how about they could have been in the Final Four?
Yeah.
So, but anyway, that's behind. Look, you know me. I don't have a rear view mirror. My stuff is always looking ahead. What's next? How are we first at it? I mean, you talk about name, image, and likeness. I don't like to get into that with players because you don't come to Kentucky. I call that tripping over nickels to try to get to an NBA max contract. I mean, we've probably got 12 or 13 guys in the league now that have max deals. And you got others, it may be 15, 16 in another year or two. So, but our kids make more than anybody. You saw Jacob Toppin on an AT&T commercial. Lil Wayne's in my office saying, "Where's Jacob Toppin?" I saw him on that AT&T commercial. You've got John Morgan, national stuff, because we're at Kentucky and because our TV even last year rated higher than anybody. What we do and what we're seeing.
Yeah, but these kids want what the other kids are getting at other schools, Coach.
And they will, but I don't want to go in and the first thing I talk about is name, image, and likeness. That's not why you come to Kentucky. That isn't. Yet you are going to do better than anywhere else you go. But why talk about that? I mean, literally, you're coming here. I've had many players say their first year in the NBA was at Kentucky. All that we did, how we practiced, how we competed. And that's what's happened. Kaysen, looking right now like a lottery pick from last year. I mean, that's what this is about. Winning at the highest level, knowing that every game is someone's Super Bowl, knowing you can't hide, you're going to be on national television. And Dan, why do you think people want to watch Kentucky so much? Because they want to see us win?
No.
And when we're up 20, they turn the TV off. I understand that our team does. But all that you do by coming here, the competitive practices, you can't hide. And now you're prepared for what's ahead. Watching Julius, watching Bam, watching Emmanuel Quickly, seeing what Maxey did. I'm trying to go out west so I can see the lakes and see those guys and Anthony and Jared and Wenyon, and then seeing both Jamal and Devin trying to go out west. I miss Sacramento. I mean, I'm so mad because I thought they could advance and I'd have time. But D. Fox and Malik and Trey Lyles, I mean, these kids are all competing. Someone said, how? They're getting older. They're now 24 and 25. That's when they're coming into their prime.